Yeah, because we've all got fear of missing out and we can't get out to the pub, I thought I would share the bard's tale, quite a famous tale of a trip to the pub that ended up in quite dark circumstances. So this is Tam O Shanter. When Chapman Billies leave the street and Druthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tap the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, getting foo and unca happy, we think nane of the Langscote smiles, the mossies, waters, slaps and styles that lay between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brow like a gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth found on his Tam O Shanter as he fair ae night did canter, old air when there are tunes surpasses for honest men and bonny lassies. Our Tam has thou but been sae wise and ta'en thy and wife Kate's advice. She told thee weel there was a skellum, a blether and bluster and drunken blellum, that frae November to October, on market day thou wasna sober, that ilka meddler with a miller and sat as lang as thou had siller, that every naig was cad a shoe on the smith and he got roaring foo on, and at the Lord's house even on Sunday thou drank wi' cut and jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon he would be found deep drowned in Doon or catched wi' warlocks in the muck by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet to think how mony counsel sweet, how many lengthened sage advices the husband for the wife despises. But to our tale market night, Tam had it planted unco right, fast by an ingle bleeze and finely with reaming swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient, trusty, Druthy crony. Tam loved him like a very brother. They'd been foo for weeks together. The night drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye, the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was a ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, Tam didn't mind the storm a whistle. Ker mad to see a man sae happy, he'd drown himself amang the nappy. His bees was hame with lades of treasure, the minutes winged their ways with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, or all the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread. You seize the flower, the bloom is shed, or like the snow falls on the river, a moment white then melts forever. Or like the borealis race, a flit ere you can point its place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, a vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam one ride. That hour o' night, black arch, the keystane, that dreary hour he mounts his beast in, a sick a night he taps the road in, as near poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twad blown its last, the doubling storm rose on the blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child may understand, the devil had business in his hand. Well mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tam scalp it on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his gid blue bonnet, whilst croning o'er some old Scots sonnet, whilst glaring round with prudent cares lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where geese and hoolits nightly cry. By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapman smored, and by the birks and meikle stane where drunken Charlie Brack's neck bane, and through the winds and by the cairn where hunters found the murdered bairn, and by the thorn aboon the well where Mungle's mither hanged himself. Before him Doon pours all his floods, the doubling storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash frae pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll, when glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka board the beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou can make us scorn? We tippenny, we fear nae evil, we Ushka Bay will face the devil. The swats he reamed in Tammy's noddle, fair play, he cared na deals a boddle. But Maggie stood right sair astonished, till by the healing hand admonished, she ventured forward on a light, and wow, Tam saw an unca sight. Warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cotty on Brent new fae France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reels put life and metal in their heels. I want it bunkered to the east, there sat old Nick in shape a beast, a towsy type, black, grim and large, to gie the music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gart them skirl till roof and rafter awed dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that shod the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slight, each in its cold hand held a light by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa span lang wee unchristened bairns, a thief new cutted frae a rape, with his last gasp as gabbed and gape. 5 tomahawks with blood red rusted, 5 scimitars with murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a father's throat had mangled, whom his ain son of life bereft, the grey hairs yet stacked to the heft, with more o' horrible and awful, which even to name would be unlawful. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out with lies seemed like a beggar's clout, and priests' hearts rotten black as muckly, stinking, vile in every nook. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious, the piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew, they reeled, they set, they crossed, they click it, till ilka carlin swat and reek it and kissed her duddies to the whack, and link it at it in her sark a Tam, as they been queens all plump and strapping in their teens, their sarks instead of creasy flannin been snow white 1700 linen, their breeks of mine, my only pair that lads were plush a good blue hair. I'd have gied them off my hearties for a blink of the bonny birdies. But with their bedlams auld and droll, rig woody hags would spin a fall, louping and flinging on a crummox, I wonder didn't turn the stomach. But Tam knew what was what fu brawly. This was a winsome wench and Wally, that night enlisted to the core. Lang after kenned on Carrick shore for mony a beast to dead she shot, and perished mony a bonny boat, and shook baith meikle corn and bear, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sack, old Paisley han, that as a lassie she had worn, in longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best and she was vanity. Ah, little Kent, thy reverend granny, that sark she coughed for her wee nanny, with 2 pund Scots was all her riches, would ever grace a dance of witches. But here my muse, her wing mon core, 6 flights are far beyond her power, to sing how Nanny lap and flang, a supple jade she was, and strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and thought he's very een enriched, even Satan glowered and fidged fu fain, and hotched and blew with might and main, until one caper, sign another, Tam tinnies reason all together and roars out, "Wheel down, cutty sack!" And in an instant, all was dark, and scarcely had he Maggie rallied when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees buzzed with angry fight, when plundering herds assailed their bike, as open pussy's mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs, the witches follow, and mony an eldrick screeching hollow, "Ah Tam, thou get thy faring, and hell they'll roast thee like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be an awful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the keystane of the brig. There at them thou that tail may toss, a running stream they darena cross. But ere the keystane she could make, a fainter tail she had to shake, for Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle. But little was she Maggie's mettle. A spring brought after master's tail, but left behind her ain grey tail. The carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now, how this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother son take heed, 'cause if to drink ye are inclined, and cutty sarks run in your mind, think ye can buy the joys o'er dear, remember Tam O Shanter's mare.